Nick, how's the first couple days of practice gone since Saturday?
It's going well. Saturday night we had our time to kind of go through all the emotions that we were feeling. Wake up Sunday, come get treatment, get a good workout in, get a light practice. Monday off, watch film. Tuesday come out here, had a phenomenal practice and started outside. Lightning camp, had to move indoors, and I felt like that we had a lot of intensity about us, and I think that we had just kind of a little pep in our step.
So Coach Moorhead said there was a players-only meeting. I want to ask you the contents of the meeting, but how do you think the team has responded from that?
I think that what we covered in there was necessary. I think it was pretty obvious what we had to cover, but it needed to be said and it needed to be brought up and brought to light, and just kind of put out in the open so people can accept it, get over what they did, put those emotions that they were playing with to the side, and just focus on football.
Coach Getsy talked a lot about focus when he was up here just a few minutes ago. Do you feel that that's going to be the big issue for you guys this week?
Absolutely. I think it's a huge thing each week. You got to go out there and focus on one play at a time. Your assignment, doing your 111th, and just trying to do it perfect. Perfect play. All 11 guys just do their job. Not us do anything spectacular. And you see when we do that, we move the ball and we're very explosive.
How unusual is this week going to be for you guys, knowing who's on the other side and the relationships that y'all built through the years with Coach Mullin?
To me, we're playing Florida. It's not about emotions. It's not about who's coaching. It's about who's going to be the 11 people that are on that field, and our 11 going out there and being better than their 11. There's going to be motivation, I'm sure, for some guys, but to me, it's a big, home game that against an SEC opponent that we need to win. That's about it.
What kind of advantages can you draw from having some familiarity with the defensive scheme as well as the offensive scheme?
Absolutely. When it gets in practice, for an entire year, so kind of know what to look for. The keys that we look for in practice, help me out in the game. Figuring out what coverage and that kind of thing. We read the defense differently with our last offense in this one, but having those base, having the base knowledge and kind of having to step up, when it comes to watching film. So
watching Florida's first 4 games, do you see any similarities to what you saw in practice last year?
Absolutely. I think that it's basically the same stuff. Maybe not as I want to say maybe just not as far along as we had it here. Kind of the base kind of installs of that we started with here. But they know us obviously, so I'm sure they'll come out with some crazy stuff.
Have you had any communications with Dan or any of the assistants since they left?
I talk to Coach Johnson every now and then over the offseason, just say hey, ask him how his kids are doing, that kind of thing. Other than that, talk to Megan Mullen a couple times, but no one really else.
Osiris has really developed in the receiving core. Just what has he meant to you as far as the passing game goes?
It's huge. He's a tall guy, big body, fast. He's a guy who goes stretch the field. He'll go make a play on a ball. He's smart and he plays really hard. So it's good to have him kind of step up and fill that role that we needed.
When you look back at the film, did you think it was more of what Kentucky did or what you guys didn't do?
All props to them. They're a very good team. They played very well. They had a good scheme. Had a good plan. I think that we, as an offense, shot ourselves in the foot. Every chance that we had, there wasn't. I don't know if there was a drive without a penalty that put us behind the sticks. And when you're trying to kind of fight an uphill battle, constantly because you're always behind the sticks, that's tough to get anything going.
When you have those penalties, back when you get in the huddle, what are those conversations like? From you as a leader of the offense, what kind of things do you tell them?
I don't yell and scream. That's not my job. I'm not a coach. I'm a fellow player, grind with them every day. I know what they're capable of, and I just kind of try to remind them of that. They have just kind of got to lock in, focus. Don't let outside forces, don't let the crowd, don't let away game, anything like that, the rain, don't let anything that affect you. Just kind of focus on what we're doing and do your job.
As frustrating as it was, is it still easier to start a new week when you know how good this team can still be?
Absolutely. We're fine. The sun came up Sunday morning. We're all still alive, so we're gonna get back to work and work hard and put it behind us and move on.
Going back to that team meeting, who did most of the talking in that meeting?
It was just a couple of the leaders on the team just got out there and said what we need to say for about 7 minutes, and then the coaches came in and we went on about our business.
Would you say the guys responded well to it, or how did you guys feel leaving that meeting?
I mean, yeah, obviously they responded well. There's not really much you can say. You know you messed up. You messed up. We're not gonna. We didn't call anyone out specifically. We weren't getting on anybody. We were talking about generally as a team what we have to do, what we did wrong, and then how to fix it moving forward. Estee?